you know, you get a man with a like a newsboy hat on to express your feelings for you. Whereas like I wanna cry, but I can't do it. So so this nigga with a suit jacket and jeans on is gonna do it for me.
Bro, that's what R&B is missing. Well, not just R&B, just music in general.
Yeah.
When we have like, you know, that unknown nigga just singing on the hook just to set things off, right?
Yeah, now it's all the same. Every year somebody gets all the features.
Right.
I feel like it's in the contracts. Like this is the guy, Brent Faiyaz is gonna do all the hooks this year, and then next year it's fucking Blast or some shit.
Oh no, though, that's what it definitely is. Yeah. All of this shit is manufactured now, because you know before when artists was coming up, they would just get whoever was around to sing on the track. Shit, you ever listen to Max, I'm sure you know this, Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah, that's the example I was gonna say, because it was just a lady and she could sing well.
Right, the Thuggish Ruggish Bone,
and it feels authentic because it's just, you know, we together and we got like a little bit of a vibe right now.
Right, and that shit was so authentic. It felt like she almost got in trouble for even mentioning herself.
What did?
Because when you listen to the Thuggish Ruggish Bone, you gotta really pay attention to like she shouting out everybody else's name, and then in the end she just sneak in and she say, "And Tasha." like they was in there like, bitch, you know you're not here to promote you.
But I saw a video of her actually like singing it again. like recently, she's like I guess at family parties, they're like, "Hey, do the song."
Do that thing. Like when you come home from Thanksgiving,
yeah,
and they like do that dance. They got her at the table flossing.
Yeah, I gotta tell jokes every fucking family together if I want Christmas presents. If I don't tell no jokes, I do not get Christmas presents.
Shit.
Niggas not even gonna call me for my birthday if I'm not funny at Thanksgiving.
Man,
it's sad.
Nah, that shit.
Tell me a joke.
Yeah, it's always tell me a joke, never tell me about your day.
Yeah. They're like, hey, so you in New York, it's expensive up there, you need some money? Nah, they want to hear about knock jokes and shit. I don't even know what, when somebody asks, tell me a joke, I don't even know what the fuck they want to hear.
Right.
I be doing it sometimes. Like I do have a couple like loaded for like when somebody asks that, because I just thought one day, I was like, I'm a comedian, and although I hate the question, it'll kind of be cool to, you know, give my family a little yuck.
No,
every once in a while,
no,
you know?
I don't do that shit at all. Cause it be niggas that we never did this. We like, you get what I mean? Like I had one of my aunts call me. Like my aunt be calling me like, look, let me tell you what happened today. You never used to do this.
Yeah.
you never called me. We would see each other at holidays and keep it moving. Now you just telling me about random occurrences on a Tuesday afternoon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got something you can use for your podcast. Hold up. Let me look at my notes. My uncle sent me like a whole like 5 minutes. He died like last year, but I have like a whole.
Now you gotta use it.
Yeah, I know that. I have like a whole 5 minutes of material just from him. I've used some of it. It's actually good, but I won't sit like steal his jokes. I'll be like, hey, my uncle got some jokes for you guys. And they're just like, they're old black man shit, but it's silly. They're funny sometimes.
But shit, what's up, y'all? I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of the We Want More podcast. I'm your host, Anthony Moore.
I'm Asante and Max.
Hi, Maxwell. Peace and salutations.
And we got Pepsi. He's to the left of me chewing on a new bone. And we on episode 55.
55 episodes of not trying to find the humor in pedophiles and 9/11. We should, you know, pat ourselves on the back a little bit.
Right, yeah. We ain't talk about relationships or any of that.
Yeah. We don't say the F word.
Yeah, not on air.
Not on air.
But yeah, please be sure to like, subscribe on whatever platform you're listening to this on, whether that be on Apple or Spotify. Please give us 5 stars, man. That'll definitely be appreciated. If you got some words for us, leave a review. And if you watching us on YouTube, subscribe to that, man.
Yes, cash at me money if you want me to hear me say the F word.
Yeah, and
I won't do it for free.
And let me see, if there's anybody out there that, you know, wants to help out as far as like whether it be content strategies, marketing, anything, feel free to hit us up. If y'all got any questions, any of that other good stuff. Let me see what else. Also, community events. I didn't forget about that. If y'all got any community events going on in your city, it doesn't matter where the city is. If it's just, if we could help you reach just 1 or 2 more additional people, we love to help out with that, man. We want this to be some type of community where we, you know, just not listening, where we actually growing together and helping each other be better.
Yeah, that's Damn, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
I like that you're just so professional, and the entire time either of you is talking, I'm just thinking of something horrible to say. I don't know. I think the dynamic.
Yeah.
I think it works out perfectly because I'm not really professional at all. You're like super professional. I've heard people say that about you. They're like, "Oh, you're so professional." Yeah. They don't know you're a piece of shit.
Yeah,
just like me.
No,
but you hide it so well.
No, this is an act. I'm gonna tell
Max can't hide that shit for 5 seconds either.
Nah, not at all. But I do love that when I come across anybody and they're like, "Oh, who you work with?" And I'm like, "Anthony." And they're like, "Oh, yo, that's a guy. You know, you're somebody who can be counted on. You're a guy who shows up and handles business." And all the praise you get in my mind, I go, "Yeah, I have no clue. This motherfucker's a terrible person."
No,
bro.
yeah, that's
that
just
shit's
with this.
crazy to me.
That's just with this. Like, this is the one thing I'm good at. Anything else, my life is in shambles. But let me see, what else did I want to promote? I don't know. I guess that's about it. How was your week? Well, matter of fact, yeah. You had, since it's been a week since we've been away. It's a lot that's transpired since then. I had my DC show.
How was that?
Oh, that was good. It was a great turnout, man. Shout out to DC. It definitely. It was a lot of love there. A lot of homeless people there.
It's an epidemic.
Yeah,
it's not funny.
It is.
There's nothing funny about that.
It isn't, man.
These people are standing outside,
man,
with holes in their socks, no shoes.
Congress, man, these niggas gotta look out the window because their shit is looking bad out there. But it's fucked up. It's like, how do y'all have control of the budget and see this shit going on and think, you know what? Let me give myself a raise. That shit is sick, man. We got to do something in this country. You had your show. How was Brooklyn?
It was cool. Damn, you got me sad about homeless people. Thanks for. My show was cool. I want to do it. I think I want to do it more often. I do it monthly.
Yeah,
I'm doing one. I forget. I think the 23rd.
The 23rd.
Yeah, October. It's October 6th today.
So October 23rd.
So I think October 23rd is the next show. Okay. I would like to do something weekly, just so like. You know. Yeah,
no, we definitely got to figure out something. And that's. I'm glad you said that. If there's any cities out there that y'all want to see us performing, let us know. Let us know, cause shit, we would definitely love to join y'all.
Yeah, I'll go anywhere. I was in Nashville last weekend.
Oh, that's where you went? Nashville?
Yeah, it was like fucking $100 round trip because there was a hurricane. The cheapest flight ever.
You know that's a big thing as of late.
Yeah.
Disaster tourism is like really how you get the best prices on
things. It was
things.
just rain. It wasn't nothing but some fucking rain. It wasn't like flooding, nothing bad. Even if it was, fuck it.
I mean there, but other places.
No. Yeah, I mean I don't care about Florida.
But that's what you got to do.
They got to rebuild that city anyway.
No, but
they got fucking stray pit bulls walking around. They need some infrastructure. But they need some FEMA dollars.
That's how you get a nice a nice island vacation. You know, go to a nice Asian country during monsoon season. So that way, for real, you can relax for cheap. You can find some lady boys for the low. We just come back wilding.
I can imagine it's pretty like easy to haggle with a lady boy though. Like nigga, $30. You ain't even got a pussy, nigga. 5. Your balls gonna be slapping me, bro. $5. You wildin'. $30 for some ass?
Yeah, it's kind of a shame that you kind of figure some of them are out there charging pussy prices for pussy.
Yeah. I'm like, no.
These rates is for the real thing.
Yeah, like, bro, I'm not saying like I mind this shit. Like, we gonna have a good time, but I'm not paying pussy prices for some ass.
Oh shit!
You got a chipped tooth. I'm not paying regular price for head. I'm not paying $15 and you scratch me up $7 for head. I mean, I've never paid for sex, but I could imagine there's some haggling involved. Yeah. I wouldn't be able to just hear a price. I know some. Yeah. It's like cool to like not haggle with like prostitutes anymore, like fly people out and shit. Oh, that's cool now.
But what else? Oh, what else? I wanted to talk about. Also, my movie came.
See, he want to talk about business. I want to talk about prostitution.
That's why this works so well. Yeah. No, the movie that I'm in, the movie that I had a little small role came out, man. Plan B, that is now out and available to watch wherever you buy movies at. Whether you want to buy it or rent it off of Amazon, Apple TV, and I'm pretty sure it's a few other places. But yeah, that movie is out, man, and it's actually like being well received. It's doing good. Wait, can you check that out on IMDb real quick? Want to pull that up for a second.
All right.
Plan B 2024. Yeah, right there.
That's
Yeah,
fresh.
Plan B, starring Jamie Lee, John Heder, Napoleon Dynamite.
6.9. Yeah, 10.
It's-
That's not bad. It would have had a 7 if you wasn't in it.
Bro, that shit is actually doing really good. A 6.8 for a rom-com.
Yeah, and it's like under. It's
And this is, and you see, like, it's over 300 reviews.
yeah, it's a lot of reviews.
Yeah, so it's doing.
But like it's still low. Like it'd probably go up as more people.
No, but I was looking at other rom-coms to, like, you know, kind of gauge on how well this rating is, and I looked on IMDb. You know, Hitch is at 6.6.
That's a great movie.
I think that's like the greatest rom-com there is.
Yeah, I can't think of a better formula.
Will Smith, Kevin James, Eva Mendes.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
I mean, you can't go wrong.
I don't think
with-
I've seen that. So
It's not my
unfortunately.
favorite.
Was it like Ben Stiller or something?
No,
Sandler.
it's
Sandler. That's who's
no,
in
it's
that one.
Jason Segler.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh no! What the fuck?
What am I
No,
thinking
I'm
of?
50 First Dates.
Yeah, you're probably
Probably.
thinking of
Okay.
it's Jason Segler and what's her name? Mila Kunis.
Oh yeah.
And the blonde chick that plays Sarah Marshall. I forget what her name is. So.
I don't know, but yeah.
But yeah, this
Rom-coms they're like dead now. Are there any new ones except for this? I guess. Is this a rom? This is a rom-com.
Yeah, this is a rom-com, and you know the guy that I directed this and co-wrote this, Brandon. We went to school together. We graduated from St. Joe's around the same time, and we actually did a short film together. That's on YouTube. It's if you any of y'all listening want to check that out.
What's it called?
Murder 101.
Murder 101.
Yeah, so we did like a 10-minute short, and it's dope to see him go from doing that to him directing his first movie. So yeah, man, definitely.
Yeah, he could be your fucking Judd Apatow. He'd take you up. You'd be the Craig Robinson of his universe.
Right.
Everybody loves Craig Robinson. Who don't love a fat dude with an afro?
That could play the piano.
He would have to punch a white woman on live TV to make himself any less likable. And even still, I'd be like, it's Craig Robinson.
And
Can't
this
beat it.
because, like, you know, I shot my scene, the scene that I'm in. One, I want to shout out to like a few people that reviewed this that actually mentioned me in the reviews. I was actually shocked to see that because these are the user reviews, but it's also reviews from the critics.
That's what I was going to
Yeah.
next. That's
What, somebody mentioned your performance?
Two people.
Two people.
If you,
It's more than me.
you go. Wait, I know one of the people that mentioned me was in Real 360.
Dress coming soon.
Yup, right there.
A delightful surprise.
It said Anthony Moore's appearance during the Lamaze class scene is a delightful surprise. Given a brief but memorable performance that adds to the film's humor, his role is a nice nod for those familiar with his work on Tires. I'm
Fuck
telling
yeah.
you, I'm about to change up on y'all niggas, man.
Fuck
What did
yeah,
you do?
bro.
Because you know, like, remember Kevin Hart had that scene in
40
40 Year
Over,
Virgin,
yeah.
where it was just like
It wasn't on that level.
2 minutes.
But
I was trying to give
no,
you something because I've been a dick the whole time you talked about this.
No,
I'm
that
trying to give you
scene.
something.
That scene stole the movie. So if you're gonna tell me
Yeah.
that Ant put out something that fuck yeah, bro.
Yeah, no, and I definitely appreciate it. I honestly, that was definitely a pleasant surprise to see that, you know.
No, that's cool.
That was cool as hell to see I was noticed like that, especially because, like, when I shot my scene, I didn't get to see the full cast of the movie. You know, I just shot that with some people, but other people that was also in this movie, Shannon Elizabeth, she was in, what was it, Shannon Elizabeth. She was in 13. The movies I remember her from. She was in 13 Ghosts. Right above. Oh, Kate Flannery. She's from The Office. But Shannon Elizabeth. So this had a good cast. Wait, can you?
I don't know none of these white people.
Wait,
I'm sorry.
Can you click on Shannon Elizabeth? She was in. Yeah, that's what she was in. She was in 13 Ghosts. She was in the American Pie series.
Oh, Jay and Silent Bob Strike
Yes.
Back.
Scary movie.
That's Boo Boo
I
Kitty
do.
fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a
Okay.
this is a memorable white. So this is why they ain't gonna let me make it, man.
Shout out to my memorable whites. It's also nice to see that Napoleon Dynamite was able to come out of that role and still have like a career.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't like it
'Cause
when somebody gets
yeah.
typecasted and they become that. So this was a cool
He
thing.
was in a movie with Anthony. He don't got no career.
We're just taking professionalism. We're just throwing it out the window, aren't we? Just chucking the shit out.
I did it for as long as I could.
oh shit.
No, actually, it is cool. You ever see Benchwarmers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love Bench Warmers.
Totally different character. Napoleon Dynamite is probably like, I can't think of him. I think that might be my favorite movie, at least comedy wise. I don't want to say it's my favorite movie, like, because I like violent shit. But as far as like, because it's just so dry and it's just like, there's really no reason for it to be funny, but it was hilarious.
Yeah. But let me see. But yeah, if y'all haven't already, man, please check out Plan B.
Yeah. Watch it just like we all did.
Yeah.
Just like Anthony did.
But yeah, you want? I guess before we get into some of the topics from this past week or so, we can take some questions from the listeners real quick.
We got some good ones this week.
Yeah. Let me see. Wait,
all right. You fucked my shit up.
Okay. So right now, at this point, we're going to take some questions from the listeners real quick, and we got
trying to steal my job.
We got a few good ones, man. So let me see. What do I want to start with first? First, somebody asks, what's the most embarrassing thing that's happened to you on stage?
The most embarrassing thing that's happened to me on stage. I've never been booed.
I have.
I've been kicked off a stage to where I was like, I didn't know yet I could just walk off.
Yeah.
And then they was like, yo, get this nigga off, which I think it might be more than a boo.
No,
I think that might be worse for them to be like, yo, get that. I think they said it was you remember Buckwild, right?
Yeah. This is at Warm Daddies?
This is at Warm Daddies. And it was my first time being there, and I was like probably like not even a year in. And I just went up there just like being a fucking just little cussing ass boy. And they just didn't like that shit. They was like, get him the fuck off. And I did get off. And then them niggas played Eminem Mom Spaghetti.
Shit. But no, it's good to see you still here though.
I mean, I knew it was part of the territory. You know, you fuck up somebody's night, you gotta throw them under the bus. You know, I learned not to take it personally because before I even started comedy, you know that story about how Biggie was throwing like drinks at the DJ. Yeah. Because the records were like they were melting in the sun. Right. But Biggie blamed it on the DJ so that the people could like be on his side. He's like, I'm with y'all. I think he's fucking up too. So they were still engaged with Biggie. Right. So they didn't hate both of them. They could still have a good time as long as he could get the shit together. Yeah. So I was just getting thrown under the bus so that the show could continue, and that's just how it goes.
Yeah, I had a few, two instances come to mind for me. One, when I got booed in Philly at like, now I know it was a disaster from the beginning. It was like a rap show mixed with comedy, but it was like no chairs. It was like a twerk contest on stage. But the comedian in me at that time didn't know I could say, no, I don't want to go up. I wasn't getting paid or anything. I didn't know. I thought I still had to follow suit with the show. When in hindsight now, I know like I had no business even going up. I should have said, these niggas don't want comedy, and I should have went home. And at the time, I had people from college there. My ex from high school was there.
Damn, you embarrassing yourself in front of people?
Yeah, that shit was terrible. Then another time, me and a few other comics like me, Reggie Conquest, my man Jermaine Jonas, and another comic, we all drove to perform at this HBCU in West Virginia. We drove 7 hours from Philly, and we all bombed. Like these kids, that shit was bad. Did
you get paid?
Yeah, we got paid, but it was like, these kids was killing us, like heckling. Like Reggie went on stage and like one nigga was like, "Yo, his sneaks leaning." Right. Then and this is why when I do college shows, I don't turn the I don't. When I'm in a comedy club, you know, when you at a comedy club, you want the lights dimmed on the audience because you want the light on you. When I perform at a college, I keep the lights on because I gotta be able to see who's saying something if I need to shut them down. I'm up there, so I go in at the Reggie, nigga yells out, "Hey yo, look at his hairline."
That's fucked up.
Right. And me, like at the time, I couldn't see them, and then it's like I turned into Jesse Jackson, and I started preaching like, man, see, we coming out here to help y'all. Like I let that shit get.
That's
to
how
me.
you know somebody hurt.
Right? Yeah.
When they turn into fucking. Let's just be peaceful.
I turned into Al Sharpton. So yeah, I made that shit even worse. So that's something that happened.
Like when you make a nigga mad and you pull a gun out, you're like, hey, okay, look, this is what they want us to do.
Yeah. Let me see. What other questions do we have? Somebody said, Somebody said, "What's the craziest thing you ever done for some ass?"
What is the craziest thing I've ever done for some ass?
Yeah.
Like I've done crazy things for somebody that was already giving me, like
that's
for
what I
like a
mean.
girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oh.
But to initially get it, like I'm gonna drive here for this girl I never seen before. Is that what they're asking?
I guess either.
the craziest
I know the shit. Move to Jersey, get a dog.
Oh. I once traveled, and this is like when I wasn't familiar with anything, because I don't know, growing up in the boroughs, anything north of Yonkers is Canada.
Yeah.
So I started going to college in Long Island, met some chick, and she was like, "Oh, you should come to my house." I dragged my brother on the LIR the night before Thanksgiving to Poughkeepsie in the middle of like fucking snowstorm to get a hand job.
Damn.
Yeah, bro, it was a brick.
So that deck technically doesn't qualify.
It doesn't, but it was
all
the
you got
attempt.
was a hand job.
It was the attempt, and that's what mattered.
No, yeah, that's how it goes, man. I remember oh, you know what? I was driving this girl and her friend home, and the bitch in the backseat threw up. And that ended my night. I remember that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to curse. The woman.
I mean, no. If she threw up,
woman
at that
threw
point,
up.
if somebody throws up in your back seat, I think you got the right to call them that.
Well,
Not saying that like she's a bitch, but like like this bitch. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to use the word less so that when I do say it, it means something. I wanted to scare people when I say it. Like how, like if your mom don't curse and she say fuck you, like, oh my god, I'm about to die.
And the last question somebody said, let me see. The last question that somebody said was, "What's the first thing y'all taking in a heist on the port?"
At a port?
No, on the port. Like with the strikes going on right now. Like, what was the first thing you would like if you could take something, the imported goods and stuff like that? I know what I should. And it made me think like, what am I like really struggling to get right now? Bro, this country, we got to do something about these olive oil prices.
That's a good one.
Bro, olive oil, this shit is getting out of control. I was on, what was I making?
We're like,
I don't know if this is true. This is just a rumor. Somebody said they striking on the ports because they got to be paid more. they said, all right, they have to be paid more on the ports to ignore the kids screaming inside the trailers.
All right, so that's gonna be fucked up because I was gonna say if I had to take one thing, it'd probably be a trailer of Russian prostitutes that are brought over.
Yeah, I had a wire thought.
Yeah,
too. That's a good point. I don't know. Olive oil is a good one. I'll probably steal some roses and flip them for the low.
The toy,
the rose toys.
Yeah.
$5 rose toys because everybody got fucking. Everybody wants a sex toy nowadays.
Yeah.
Even guys,
And I don't even get mad at it. The rose is your friend.
No, I get mad at guys that have sex toys, though. I think that's childish. It's like you're a man and you're playing with toys. It's time to grow up and have a family.
It's not a toy. It's an action figure. All right, let me see. All right, we get into some topics from the past week, man. We got a lot to catch up on. I guess first we can start with Cardi being Offset. Did you see them fall out on Instagram Live?
I didn't see that, but I have seen that they've just been at each other's throats kind of publicly.
Yeah, so when Cardi first announced her pregnancy, I think she did give birth to this child, but when she first announced her pregnancy, they've had like a rocky relationship throughout the years. And sometimes it takes until that third kid to truly see who a person is.
Yeah.
The first two might be a fluke. But, so now with this third child, Cardi, she did announce while she was still pregnant, the day she announced her pregnancy, she announced that she wanted also a divorce. So, they kind of been going at it. And I guess about a week and a half ago at this point, Cardi, she went on Instagram Live. And she was just talking about, how this nigga that she's been dealing with, her baby father and husband, Offset, like niggas just been playing with her. And niggas hate when you do them the same way they do you.
Because it's disrespectful. You want to cheat back?
Right, be better than me. So
that's not what the civil rights movement was about. We didn't go out there biting white people's dogs. We just took it because we knew that there was a better future on the other end.
What kind of killed me about all this is the public backlash that everyone gets, and this is something I'll never understand, right? While obviously tiptoeing us around the realm of fame, I can't ever say putting public business out there like this would be something that would be like, oh, I'm going to do this.
Right.
But I think that they're kind of just rich people are insane, and they know that even the worst day of their life could drive like album sales up.
Yeah, I do understand that, but then also one thing, it's something that this generation doesn't seem to, conceive, or maybe they just don't care. And obviously them being of the same age group as me, it's kind of wonderful where you'd be like, anything that goes on the internet stays on the internet.
Yeah, like their kids are going to see it one day.
Yes.
Exactly.
Nobody ever really seems to think about that, and it's just like, at the end of the day, your kid's self-esteem is one of the most important things on the planet. Because if we have a bunch of kids with low self-esteem, we're going to be, we're in a situation now, we fuck each other.
Right.
It's only going to get worse.
Right. So think about the bullying that these kids might have to endure, where it's like, it's already tough when kids have to deal with their parents going through trauma within the household. But imagine that same household trauma following you to school or whatever you want to do in life at the next point. So, and now that baby has to see this. Like, eventually, like, look what your mom and dad was going through while you were being carried.
Yeah, this is probably worse than your mom having OnlyFans. Because it's like emotional. You could be like a feminist about it if you're like, they're, making fun of you for your mom, showing the titties on the internet. They'd be like, you know what, I support her. But if your dad calls your mom a cunt on live television, there's really no way to go back from that.
Right. So I'm gonna play this clip right here from
like
Cardi.
A nigga be like, yo, your mom a cunt. He be like, no, you're not. Well, your dad thinks so. Why the fuck can't I say it?
Here it is in 4K.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Yeah,
You can't disrespect the mother of your children in public. That's another thing.
That is that's a huge thing. Like, yo, I would eat, because what does that make you look like as a man?
Yeah,
Right,
just fucking withhold child support. You don't got to take it to the streets.
Yo.
But I'm gonna play this clip right here from Cardi.
You want to play those games with me? We're going to play them games too. Since you want to fucking threaten me, talking about you want to take my shit? You want to take my shit because I'm moving on? Move on. Why can't you move on?
And that's where Offset kind of messed up. Yes, you are famous, but you have to understand, she's in this relationship. We could say that she's surpassed the Migos as far as like popularity, right? We don't know. We don't know the money wise, but like just from like a status point.
Yeah, I guess so.
The Cardi brand is so huge now, and
part of me wanted to like really not.
And even outside of the brand, you can't get back at a chick from the Bronx more than she could get back at you.
Yeah, I don't really think that's a game that you should play.
Yeah. So then, with her going on Instagram Live saying all of this, Offset, he hopped on her Instagram. He hopped in her comments, and in this, Offset commented, and didn't get on and lurk from the Finsta. He got on from his real page, and he commented, "You fuck with a baby inside, tell the truth."
Yeah, that's just over the line.
It is over the line.
Because imagine you that baby 10 years later.
Right.
Like, oh, so you was...
And Cardi, she responded to this. She responded to this by putting up a tweet saying, "and did," like basically implying that she did do that.
I mean, he backed her into a corner. I'm like, I almost never take Cardi B's side on anything, especially like about like being a decent human being. But what's she supposed to say?
Right.
That's really fucked. Even if she did do that, that's some shit you just keep inside. Like,
right.
You just keep that bottled up or just keep it private.
Because I understand you hurt, but at the same time, this is somebody you still love. And I don't like the whole bashing of partners on social media, because not even on social media. Like, even when you get into something with a partner, it's like coming at them personally and attacking their character. It's like, this is the person that you saw as a reflection of you at one point, because you were cool enough to stand beside them, especially when you hold their hand in marriage. So it's like, you putting her down is really only putting yourself down. And outside of this, y'all still got 3 kids together, so y'all going to have to communicate at some point. And with the whole sex while pregnant thing, I'm torn on that because
it's my favorite category.
I'm torn on it for a few reasons because, it is her body, her choice, right? I'm pro. Like this is the one instance where, I'm pro-choice for the man and the woman. Like it's okay for you as a woman. Like if you want to have sex while pregnant, go ahead. But I feel at that point it should be pro-choice for me to leave. Like once. Don't let another nigga dick touch my baby head. Like I feel like at that point, I should be able to transfer over the rights, kind of like I should be able to kind of like a car title. I should be able to pass this over to the new owner.
Yeah,
you break it, you buy it.
Yeah.
I feel like you give my baby a dent in his head.
Yeah, man,
it's yours.
As long, all right, put it like that. If it wasn't a random revenge fuck. And she was like, whoever this new dude is, like he's actually stepping up in X, Y, and Z. It doesn't seem as foul.
No, it ain't no random sex when you're pregnant.
No.
This is playing.
I'm pretty sure. Don't pregnant people get pregnant people?
Pregnant people.
Yeah. Well. That is right.
Mm-hmm.
That is correct.
Correct.
That is correct. But I think when pregnant people, they get hormonal and shit.
Yeah. But you can't just. But when you pregnant. This isn't no just slip up thing. This has to be well planned. You got to make sure you don't hurt yourself. You got to make sure it ain't like this just happened in a car somewhere. Like y'all just pulled over or went into a bathroom.
All right, yeah, that's a good argument. But once again, yeah. But if it's not like some random revenge fuck, then whatever. To each their own. I got no knock with anyone in the situation. Personally, I just think that it's messy to put all of this online, considering now your oldest child is old enough to really see shit.
Yeah,
a 6-year-olds now. Are online, bro. Like that's what they do. So YouTube, imagine.
Yeah, I think people need it. Even if you're not rich and you're not that famous, people that just put their personal business online, you're ignoring the possibilities of that just coming back to bite you in the ass. And I'm sure it does seem satisfying to tell the entire world that you're right in an argument, but there's got to be a better way.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely has to be a better way than this. After this, the other day I actually saw Offset. He posted a video of him working out in the gym. He posted a video working out, and as a nigga that fumbled a bad bitch, I know what he's going through. I know exactly what that post was about. And I think I said this before. I don't like when my rappers are in healthy relationships. Yeah,
Chance the Rapper's back because he's divorced. Yeah, that divorce was exactly what he and the fans needed. I ain't fuck with Chance at all. I heard acid rap once at high school and I haven't fucked with him since. But recently, he actually seems like he might have something worth talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm
not happy that he got a divorce. I'm just glad he got one. It's you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the same thing, but
Yeah.
I'm trying to be more, you know what I'm saying?
Also, in the past week, Eric Adams has got indicted. Eric Adams, man. All that partying has caught up to that nigga. And, yeah, Eric Adams is, and I think he actually might get caught. I think he actually might get hit with some more charges, and it looks to be that some of his associates around him, because he couldn't get away with this on his own, and to do this, the level of arrogance to do this at the mayor level. I could see if you was a president, maybe even a governor, nigga, you're not even a top person in your state. To try to get away with this after and we just talked about this, he defrauded the city out of $10 million. $10 million that he took. Meanwhile, we got niggas getting shot.
He's still bald.
And that was it.
Nigga went to Turkey, ain't even get his hairline.
That's what I'm saying. What the fuck is the point of getting free trips to Turkey if you're not going to come back with a line?
Yeah.
But stole $10 million, and meanwhile, we got niggas getting shot in the head over $3 on a train. This shit is ass backwards, man.
It is fucked up. It's last night. I was out and I heard some gunshots and then the police pulled up, and my only thought was, great, they won't be around to bother me when I hop the turnstile. That's how bad it is. When people get shot, I'm thinking about myself. I'm all right, 5 more times and then maybe my rent will go down.
Yeah,
you used to have to carry a gun in my neighborhood just to go to the store, and that's fucked up. But I'm I could do that.
But yeah, now so they said
Cheaper rent.
Eric Adams, he was stealing funds. He was getting free flights trying to help the Turkish government, I believe.
Yeah, it's like that's the thing that bothers me the most. Like he wasn't even defrauding us to do like he wasn't making boss moves. Like that nigga was getting flued out. Like he was a bitch.
And he was doing wild shit. Like it was just so obvious that the shit he was doing didn't make any sense, because it's like, nigga, why do you have to stop in Turkey first to go to the DR? Like it was just like he would do stuff like that. Or like, why do you need a trip to Italy to figure out the rat problem in the city? Like it was just bullshit. It was like, bro, we know you just trying to party and just have nice vacations.
There was like this one, I think it was like a revealed text or something, where they were like, just charge us $1,000 for like a vacation, so it looks like we did something.
Oh, so that's how you feel, Pepsi?
Yep.
All right. I see how this gonna go.
At what point though can we really look at, all right, so the donation aspect, he had the money 10 mil channeled in through different people, so they're taking that as
Sloppy.
well, to an extent yes, because it was able to be tracked, but as far as not actually stealing from within New York, like this money didn't come from out of the New York budget.
Okay.
This came in reference to him trying to open up a Turkish bathhouse downtown, and of course him doing shady dealings with the Turkish investors going through, so they gave him extra funds. That he pocketed. You know, I don't want to take away from that and make it seem like, no, he didn't do anything with it. Yes, he did pocket that. As far as getting a discount on a flight, and I'm not saying this to be on his side, but I am on his side. At what point is this not a crime and really just somebody being a hater? The idea of becoming famous and becoming someone in power is that you get certain amenities. Getting a discount on a flight is an amenity. It's not a crime. It's just, you know, you got a hookup. Would you be mad if you got a hookup?
But like he's so sloppy. Like when you a black man and you doing some shady shit, you gotta cover your tracks so you could at least, when you get caught, blame it on Israel, blame it on the Jews. Like, nah, the Jews trying to take me down. He can't even do that because he's so clearly guilty. Bill Cosby, like he did some awful shit, but he helped enough people out to where niggas was like, you know what, maybe they just trying to take him down. You know, maybe it's the Jewish media. But he has no leg to stand on at all. He clearly did this shit.
Yeah, and
like it's not gonna be no aunties like, oh no, he's a good black mayor. They just trying to take him down. Like fucking Marion Barry. That nigga was smoking crack, but he was helping people out. So they was like, fuck it, who ain't smoke crack?
Yeah.
Yo, Marion Barry is actually a great example.
And with Eric Adams doing this, damn, what I was about to. Oh, so along with the indictments, you know, like his phone was seized, but one of the reasons that, like, so it's probably other things that like he's hiding. And one of the things that they told him, one of the things that Eric Adams has told authorities once they seized his phone is that he forgot the password for it. So like, you know, if you have Face ID or if you have your fingerprint on your phone, they could get a warrant to make you open it in that case. But when it comes to the passcode, he just told them, "Oh, I forgot the password."
Genius.
That shit is. I wish that shit worked in all situations. That shit do not work around here.
No.
You just gotta throw your phone out the window.
Absolutely. You know, in your experience, I totally agree with what you were talking about. You know, I appreciate you willing to share your story. I will not be doing the same.
The fallout behind this was actually kind of crazy, considering it's not only just him. It seems that everyone who's within like a 10 to 15 foot like a radius of him has gone down. We've gone through not one, not two, but 3 chiefs of police, all right, in the last month.
Right, yeah. The police are going down. I'm sure the aides that were working in his office, you know, they're complicit in this. There's a lot of people going down behind this that had to get paid off to make sure this all went through. So yeah, this is, and
they weren't worth the money clearly because they all did a really sloppy fucking job.
Yeah.
Like this is way too easy for them to just uncover.
Yeah, and
$10 million in public funds.
And it is really crazy how much changed in a year, because you know, September, I believe it was September 15th of last year, that he was giving away the key to the city to Diddy.
He probably got some money from him too.
Yeah, and now they both done. You see the updates with Diddy, going on. First, Costco, like, you know, his lawyer tried to say that he was going to Costco to get all the baby oil. That's why he had such a surplus of it. And Costco came out and said, nigga, we don't even sell baby oil. It's like, Costco was like, come on, man, you know one bottle lasts a year. We don't, like, so that kind of folded. But, you know, it's tough because with this, right, it's a lot of things happening with the whole Diddy case that I'm not liking, as far as they're giving too much room for skepticism. And I feel like...
What skepticism? That he didn't do it?
Not like, no, we know he's definitely guilty of some crimes, but one of the first things, I don't know if you saw this, was, you know, somebody put out Kim Porter, you know, his first child's mother, they put out the Kim Porter memoir, where this book was basically stating, somebody in this book wrote basically like Kim Porter's recount of the events with Diddy, right? And this, she was mentioning how, you know, she dealt with abuse from Diddy, or just times that, like, he was just showing the monster that he is in certain situations. But you could tell in the book, things didn't make sense, because it was like, why is she referring to the men? Like, you know, she has her first child is with I'll Be Sure. But in the book, she would refer to, like, him as I'll Be Sure instead of his name. Or, like, she referred to, like, Diddy as, so I said, hey, Puff Daddy. Like, it was just, this shit just didn't make any sense at all. And come to find out, so the book was published under this person, Jamal T. Millwood, which we later found out that it was a white guy by the name of Chris Todd. So it's just a white guy just, like, profiting on this traumatic situation.
I mean, Diddy still did an entire graduating class.
No, he did.
Yeah, there's like 200 cases.
No, he definitely did, but that's what I don't like. So it's like, now you have, because he did this, now it kind of gives room to people saying, oh, these white people trying to make him look bad. I mean, not to us. Like, we're rational.
I don't know anybody that's really gonna be like, he ain't do it.
Oh, no. We know he definitely did it. Like, we know he definitely is guilty of crimes in this situation. I just don't like how they, with this whole book.
Well, they gonna grift off of this, you know.
Right,
all publicity is usable.
But that was another thing I forgot to mention too, with the Offset and Cardi situation, where when they were arguing, Cardi actually posted a screenshot of their text, and she had this nigga saved as Offset.
Yeah,
Like,
no, like, not even just that. Like, that ain't real love. Like, why are you calling me by my entertainment name?
Yeah, no, that's. I feel like when I knew from when they started dating, I was like, she trying to get, you know, on the Migos albums. Like, when I don't think it was ever really about love. I think she taught herself to love that person, which is like, you know, if I was with Cardi B, I would teach myself to love her too. I'd be like, your music is great. You know, I would fucking totally secure that shit. So I'm not faulting her. I'm just saying it's really suspicious when two people that are like famous get together, and one's like super famous and one's like trying to get famous and trying to expand their career, and they just so happen to get with somebody that can help them. It's always a little suspicious.
Would you say that about the Taylor Swift and what's his name?
Travis Kelce?
Travis Kelce.
Yeah,
for sure.
Life after football sucks. If I was him, I would do the same thing.
Yeah.
He might have a fucking lifelong career of investing and you know, have a whole public persona now. Because after football, even if you win a Super Bowl, you still might fuck around, have to, you know, flip houses in New Jersey.
Yeah, they said they're saying something like, I think it's supposed to be over 100 victims.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. You like, people could be skeptical, but it's like,
they saying they're trying to take down J-Lo as one of the shooters.
Wait, there have been rumors that he had a relationship. Oh, that Meek Mill. I'm sure some of this stuff is.
So once again, not to spread more bunchanchando, but they're saying that Ben Affleck, that's the reason him and J-Lo most recently broke up, because he's like, nah, you're going down on an indictment. Your name's on paper. And he's like, I want nothing to do with you. So they're saying that she's definitely done some shady shit.
I wouldn't put it past her. I heard that Ben Affleck will like tip people, and then J-Lo ask for the tips back.
Yeah, she's nasty work.
She's from the Bronx. I mean, you could take the Latino out the Bronx. but you can't take the Bronx out the Latino. So yeah, I'm not surprised by that at all, man. You see, what else? Oh, I had like a little argument with like a friend last week, and it kind of made me. Matter of fact, two things I want to tell you. After like going back from last episode, I was listening to the last episode when we talked about the whole situation with Schultz and the shits and gigs guys.
But what did we say? What was our stance?
Our stance was that basically like.
What was my stance on that?
Basically,
I don't know. It was something about like.
Basically, like the guys not just standing on what they said, and if they thought it was funny, then find it funny. But one thing I did appreciate out the conversation, I had mentioned around. I said something like along the lines of like, me and Schultz were cool, and you was like, really? Well, call him. And I really did just appreciate that, how you just called me out on shit.
That's actually one of my favorite parts of that episode.
Yeah,
that's funny.
No, I really did appreciate that because
I could have said it nicer, but
no. I'm glad you said it that way because I know younger comics that would just be like all eager and hype to hear a story where I drop a name where you just be like, nigga, so what? like make your point.
Yeah.
So I genuinely do appreciate that.
That's how friends, we gotta talk to each other.
Yeah.
Like tough love has to remain, even if we all, decide to start saying I love you and crying together. We still gotta have that like stop Dickie in us.
No, for real, because
and you definitely gotta call me on it too.
Yeah, but also but when we talked about the whole situation about the Sixers arena, right? Just like just how like it's a bad idea, and I had this discussion with this one comedian, and he just gave such a like, I don't want to say Republican answer, but like it was just like it just wasn't for the people.
What was it?
Like he was like, what did this nigga said? I was telling him how I think it's a terrible idea, and he was like, man, that shit. He was like, that's what the city need. Like we need more jobs. Like niggas don't want to work. And that whole idea of like, I'm like, you really think niggas don't want to work? No, that's not the issue. I look at it like kind of, because we look at like people in the like, oh, people just want to hustle, people just want to sell drugs. It's like, do you really think people are in the streets risking their lives every day because they want to? It's like people are doing this because they see it as the only way out. Whereas like, yeah, if you look at that, working at a stadium out here, if it says the average hourly rate for an employee at MetLife Stadium is between $18 and $22.
You can't even afford to see a show at the stadium,
right? And that's for like,
imagine for your average like person that does concessions. Imagine for your person that does seating,
the bathrooms, stuff like
attendance.
that.
Yeah.
So imagine what they making, and that's hourly. So think about it. Ain't like they working 40 hours a week.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like if you got somebody in the streets, even though the risk is so high, they looking at it like, man, I might be making a little bit now, but the max I can make is unlimited. Is what I put into it.
That's a very good point.
It's funny how I think there was a point in like black movements where people that were like educated, came from like decent backgrounds, we were like, all right, I've got more opportunity. So the people that are stuck in lower situations, other black people that are like, in like poor towns and don't have a lot of opportunities, I'm gonna go make things better, get some money, and I'm gonna come back. But it seems like what black people, what we did was we went out, we made the money, and we came back. It's like, you still here?
Yeah.
Why are you waiting for? That was a test. Like we supposed to like make a full circle thing, but yeah, black people just coming real Republican. And I feel like maybe we always was like a certain way, but I just feel like niggas is real Republican right now. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
So one of the bigger things that I know
Their
a lot of
hairlines
people
is fucked up and shit. Niggas not getting proper haircuts.
So the one thing that I know because I have a couple of people that work at either MSG or MetLife, whatever, and I hate to even say it like this, but they're my hookup. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when you speak to them and you go, oh, yo, man, how much, you're instead of you being at the tailgate with us, you're working this, like, I hope it's worth it. those are a lot of the times they're a lot more fans than they are actual like employees, because you go, the biggest benefit is I get to come here, I get to see the games on my off time.
Right.
It's a couple, they get like suite access, stuff like that. So it becomes one of those things for a younger person who is more in touch with, like, say, the Eagles or the Sixers, or like, this would be something cool for them to do because you put a little bread in your pocket and you get to see your sports team.
Yeah.
If you're 36 with a family and you're outside working 3 jobs and they close 2 of your jobs to now put this stadium there, the money's not going to balance out for you.
I always thought that was funny that like there are jobs that apparently like that, like minimum wage argument, whereas like you could be 36 with a family and you work a job with a shitty wage and they're just like, well, that job isn't for you, this is for like teenagers. And it's like, we shouldn't be making entire industries ran off of like child labor and like summer jobs. Like, that's just a shitty excuse. Every job should be able to sustain, and then you go from there. So maybe like you a teenager, we only give you these hours because there's a certain amount of pay, but we're only going to give you a certain amount of hours, maybe because we don't think you need to make that much money because you got to go to school and everything. But to have like $7 jobs that an old ass 60-year-old man could do because it's his fault you couldn't get a better one.
And that's so true, because it's like, there's so many industries where we say that, where this job isn't meant for you to survive on. It's supposed to be for kids. It's supposed to just be a starter job. Nigga, who else is going to give me my McGriddle at 9 o'clock on a Tuesday morning?
Yeah, that shit is like, no sense.
It ain't
definitely not a student.
Yeah, it ain't going to be the nigga that's supposed to be in school. Like, these industries, they have to bro, they gotta give livable wages. So that's why I was like, with these stadiums, shit, to work at a stadium and have a livable wage, the niggas that's playing the games, they barely could survive in the cities.
Yo, most WNBA players have roommates. Think about that shit. You know what I'm saying? And
I think they just say they're roommates on Thanksgiving, but we know they're actually married.
Jesus Christ.
This is my roommate Kim. Y'all been living together in 5 different apartments, and y'all just roommates.
This my special friend. Like, come on, man.
Yo, I definitely have an auntie who has the same special friend since the 80s. Yeah, it definitely does.
Showing up to Thanksgiving dinner with the strap on. Grandma could see that.
I'm always looking, because I don't think I got nobody gay in my family. Like, nobody's openly gay. So it's kind of fucked up my dynamic, because now I'm looking for who might be in the closet.
You closet hunting?
Yeah, I'm closet hunting. So whenever, like, and somebody in my family, even my dad, like, he got friends since he was, like, his best man. I'm like, y'all niggas gay? Like, I'm looking for somebody in the closet. I don't know who it is, but I know somebody in my family is gay. And
I know y'all got somebody. My little cousin.
I mean, I got... But all little young bulls is gay now, though. That's the thing. But they're not like... like, all my little cousins is gay.
No, but
that's not what I mean.
We talked about it a while ago. It was such a good point that you mentioned about the whole dynamic of, like, when we were talking about other countries not having the freedom to, like, find self-expression.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and, like, that really made me think, like, it isn't that people are just turning gay now. It's like, people just have the opportunity to search inward now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not stressing about them. It's drones going by my window or something like that. It's, I could go to the park and I could just take mushrooms and just find myself.
Yeah. I do think that, like, once you get some freedom, the first thing you think is like, I want to fuck. So who am I gonna fuck next?
Everything.
Like we ain't getting like these freedoms and then researching cures for diseases. We just putting fingers in places they normally don't go. And I really feel like we could probably use our time a little better. I do think it's good that we do this, but like, you escape from poverty and oppression. We should probably like use the time more wisely.
we setting our families up so our sons can explore getting their ass eat.
I'm like, you got the whole entire planet inside of your pocket. You could look up anything you want, recipes. You don't know how to cook, but you know how to find a fucking male G-spot, man.
You guys seen The Other Guys with Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell?
Yeah, that's like one of my favorite movies. So, I like that more than Napoleon Dynamite.
Those are 2 of my other favorite whites.
One of the best quotes in that comes from Batman, I forget what Batman's real name is, but Batman. Where
Christian Bale?
No. Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
Can I tell you
Uh,
that's one of the things that when talking to a young lady now, and you ask them who's Batman, if she says Christian Bale, you should. Well, I shouldn't, but me and Aunt maybe not. You,
Right,
that's fine.
yeah.
Because no,
Yeah.
Batman for me is Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton. I was
I guess we might have different Batmans because we all three got different
George
Batmans.
Clooney,
Different
George.
yeah. I'm George Clooney.
Oh, George Clooney Batman is a good Batman.
Yeah.
I actually do like how the kids have Robert Pattinson now. Because, like, when it was...
Fucking guy from Twilight.
He was a good Batman.
I didn't see
But I feel like, like, everybody has a different Batman. So if you grew up with the wrong Batman... Like, there's a couple that aren't that good. I'm not going to name the ones because I don't want to have a discussion. But the ones that, like... The iterations that nobody likes, if that was your childhood Batman, that kind of sucks for you. But I think young kids, if Robert Pattinson keeps playing them, they might have a good one to look at.
Solid. Yeah, if he can grow with the thing.
Yeah.
I said all that to say that there's a quote in The Other Guys where he goes, I'm working 2 different jobs right now to put my kid through NYU so he could study his sexuality and become a fucking DJ.
Yeah.
I work with guys who have that same kind of situation going on where it's like, I came from another country where it's like, I ran through the woods to escape war, to come here to fucking get my degree, to then become, whatever. He goes, for my kid to decide, like, you know what I'm saying? It's whatever they're up to, but it's the fact that they didn't have that liberty.
Yeah, mediocrity is not really in a country where there's no middles. It's hard to find mediocrity, because there's people that are at the bottom rung of society and people at the top. But it's like we need kids that are just like, outside fucking would cut off shorts or rollerblading, doing nothing, not affecting society at all.
But y'all also just made me think of, like, also too, along the lines of Batman. If Tom Holland is your Spider-Man, you too young to be around me.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
That might be the new one.
Tobey Maguire is the only one that I could accept.
Yeah.
Even the other one, Andrew Garfield. I was like, how old are you?
Yeah. Let me see. Do we have anything? We got anything else? Oh shit! Almost forgot. Shit, we lost another legend, man. We lost another legend. We lost one dad. We lost one dad from Coming to America, and we just found out we lost the other dad.
Oh shit! Yeah, he was.
Yup.
McDowell's.
Yup. We lost Mr. McDowell, man. We lost John. How you pronounce?
John Amos.
John Amos. Yeah, John Amos. No relation to the famous Amos cookies. But
you had to sneak some in there.
No, man, we lost a legend. He was 83, I believe. No, 84. He was 84. We lost John, and we just found this out. But he actually passed over a month ago. He passed in August, and it's so messed up that I hate, like, when a death is reported online, that sometimes the family might not even be aware of it. And that's what happened in this situation.
Wow.
Where the family found out along with the fans. Such a did y'all see this post?
Yeah, is that really somebody he knows, or was that just somebody that walked up and took a picture?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but
either way, I respect.
Yeah, so this woman, she posted on Facebook. She said, "R.I.P. to legend John Amos. Remember, I put this pussy on you so good this day you could barely move." Now, I don't know if this is real or not, but if you're an 84-year-old, you worked hard in a career. I mean, this is what you work hard for.
You work hard so that one day you can fuck a chick that don't even exist yet.
That's what I'm saying. And, like, not to come off sound in any type of way.
That's pretty creepy.
Okay, understandably so. I'm not saying that he should be out there marketing up the 18-year-olds.
I think it's funny when you starting to get money at a certain age. You like 40. You like, I could build a woman from scratch. Get her when she's 18. Buy her the body she want. Buy the hair she want.
But John Amos, Mr. McDowell from Coming to America, the father on Good Times, he had different cameos in a lot of different movies. Roots, he was in Roots.
Oh yeah, I
Fresh
think
Prince.
That's how I know him the best.
What, from Roots?
Yeah.
Just an all around legend, man.
I'm kind of traumatized by Roots. What kind of man would do this to another man? When they chopped his foot off, that shit traumatized me.
I believe his family put together a post as a collective, basically just stating that they were unaware that he passed away, and I believe he's estranged from a few of his kids because in his later years, he was actually suffering from dementia. He was suffering from dementia. So, you know, the son or one of the children that was providing care from him basically kept him separate from the rest of the family.
You know what? This is the thing where I talk about privacy. It's like, all right, so apparently they're suspecting like foul play, and they're saying that like the son might have been involved or something. Like,
Yeah.
That's just one of those things that happens with a family. When something bad goes down, they all start getting like paranoid and like suspicious of certain shit, and it's like, this is the type of shit that should be private. Like, they should be able to work that shit out
I think that happens more often when there's money involved, though.
Oh yeah, most definitely, because they like, oh, so my share is affected by this. Why'd you kill him?
Right, because I don't think an 84-year-old dying from dementia is foul. Respectfully, I think that's kind of like along the lines of just like, you know, just the course of life.
He has natural causes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
So
I think it's a miracle for anybody to make it fucking 84.
Yeah.
The way shit is now, I mean, especially somebody black, that's like 150
right,
for black people.
a black man that grew up during that time period.
Type of shit he was eating.
Yep.
Right,
Things
like,
he's seen.
Bro, being on Good Times during the crack epidemic, the stress, all of that, especially like, you know, Good Times, you know, in hindsight when you watch it, you kind of understand that like why that you know, that show received a lot of backlash at the time from like the NCAA. I mean,
Was it because like
the NAACP?
They were making it like
Just the depiction of everything. JJ's character, they felt like they felt like it gave kind of like a little minstrel vibe.
Yeah, like they were I think what they said that was like they didn't like that portrayal of a poor black family being so comfortable with the situation. And, you know, I'm sure like the NAACP is just, you know, mad at everything. So this nigga was watching. He was eating a pulled pork sandwich, watching the Rodney King riots, and he made it to 84. His heart is strong, bro. Somebody might have, you know, messed with his, you know, breath. What is it? The life support, or, you know, IV bag or some shit. But it's probably like
Switched out a blue pill for a red pill.
Yeah, it could be that easy. That's the thing. Also, like, hospitals people constantly, but they just if they can get away with it, they'll just, you know,
just do like negligent,
burn the documents. No, they'll just make it look like, oh, he just died. They won't say anything unless somebody snitches, you know, like they won't document it. And
that's why they're worrying about if it was foul play, because I think he actually was cremated.
Interesting.
So I don't think
if my father was famous and he died, I would want to keep his head in a jar. I don't know if I would want to cremate him.
Just, like, imagine just for when guests come over, they want something to drink, they just see him on the top shelf in the fridge.
Yeah, like if my pop was Samuel L. Jackson and he died, I keep his head in the fridge. So you open it and go, I'm tired of these motherfucking niggas opening my motherfucking fridge,
drinking all the motherfucking juice.
If you could afford it, you know, I would keep. Just because my dad ain't famous don't mean I don't want his head in a jar. I just don't think we could afford it. But say like you really like, if who's a famous old man? Yeah, Samuel L. Jackson, like Morgan Freeman or something. Fuck a painting, nigga. Look at his head right there, swimming, eyeballs pried open, just in a vat of fluid. That's kind of fire.
Yeah, but this is
Is that like serial? Is that psychopathic?
Nah.
Am I like?
I mean,
tells me you love them.
If he wasn't famous,
yeah. If you got just like Uncle Craig just in the fridge, that's not cool, man. But you are 100% right though on the cremation aspect of it. Just because, according to this, not only the family wasn't notified for 45 days. Then when they began to look into it, according to the coroner, there was no information really given, and he was immediately cremated without his family's knowledge. So they are saying that because there was one son who pretty much, Casey Amos, who's the one son who's kind of kept him guarded and separated from everyone else, they're saying that there's a possibility of foul play because they had also, before his passing, alleged that elder abuse. And, you know, they were given, it says, Casey often gave John verbal prompts to create a narrative on social media that was reflective of the truth, which, you know, whatever.
It's fucked up, man. He was like, nigga, say you love me, while he was twisting his hand behind his back or something.
Damn. No, you could like really.
That's really, that shit is terrible, man. But it's the path of life, you know. You start off being taken care of, and then one day you revert back to that. I watched my dad do it with both his parents. Had to like, you know, go from asking them for money one day and them taking care of you to, damn, now you got to give your parents a bath.
No, real shit. Like it literally does reverse, because at the end of your parents' lives, they become like kind of like infants or like babies.
Yeah.
But like at our age, where your parents like 50s, 60s,
Yeah.
like they like teenagers now.
Yeah.
Where I gotta force them niggas to go to the doctor. But like,
I gotta keep reminding my mom. She told me that already.
yeah, I'm like, you stop telling me the same story with no fucking ending. You can't have no more fucking juice, bro. You gotta go to the doctor in the morning. You gotta go to the dentist. You can't be eating fucking cheesecake right before the dentist.
Right. Come on, man. You know them side teeth going.
Reverse aging.
Yeah, man. But before I wanted to before we get to the movie, since we kind of talking about like, you know, just legacies and getting older, I know we kind of briefly talked about it. Max, did you watch the Mr. McMahon documentary on Netflix? But did you grow up watching wrestling?
I was big from the late 80s to because, you know, my dad and I got an older brother, and then I was heavy in the Attitude Era, so that's like the Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, The Rock. When they started to fizzle out, I also started going outside getting ass, so like that kind of became my thing. But I know a lot of people who are still very much into it.
Yeah, that's when I kind of fizzled out around. I remember vividly what made me stop watching wrestling. I think The Rock had came back and he had like a big match coming up, but I knew he had to lose it because he had a movie coming out he had to promote.
Yep.
So that kind of like drew the curtain back for me. But the Mr. McMahon documentary, this shit was amazing. It was amazing to see just like it. One of the things you kind of learn from this documentary is that all of our favorite wrestlers and heroes that we looked up to, they all have Stockholm syndrome when it comes to Vince McMahon.
Yeah, because he kind of did help them out a lot, but he also like,
bro,
if they would have died, he wouldn't have given a fuck.
Bro, he was doing these niggas dirty, but you know, they were like, I would have died for him. And you see it not just with like the rest of with his own son. I'm telling you, y'all gotta watch the episode with Shane McMahon.
Bro, did he get his lips done?
Yeah.
Like a fucking...
No, he did. He had a lot of plastic surgeries.
And it was a lot of shocking things to see in this. You know, watching it as an adult that I didn't realize. Like one of the episodes they show the aftermath of like Owen Hart passing away.
Yo, do you know, I remember as a kid, you want to talk about like traumatized memories? I remember watching that. We had the black box, we hacked the shit, my pops hooked it up, and we watched it. And I remember him dying and me not understanding, like really being young, like what the fuck? And then them doing the moment of silence like immediately after, and then keeping the matches going.
Bro, that shit is wild. He fell 78 feet.
Yes.
That's high as shit. Fell 78 feet. And
I'd have survived that. I'm built different.
But he fell 78 feet, and then you see the rest of the night go on with his blood on the mat. So seeing that happen, seeing that like, you know, Vince was getting hit with sexual harassment cases in the 80s. This nigga was getting hit with sexual harassment when it was legal. Like that shit, bro. You know how much you had to be wilding?
Yeah, it's like getting in trouble for beating your slaves in 1842.
Like, yo, this nigga going too far, man. It's like, come on, you can't treat your property like that.
Yeah, he did Trish Stratus dirty. I remember she was fucking... It's crazy how like wrestling was back then, because we was watching men in like draws and it did nothing for me, but as soon as the women got out, I was like, oh shit. Yeah. That's how I know you can't turn kids gay. Because if you could, we all would be. But I didn't even notice that I was watching naked men. But as soon as a girl came out with like a push-up bra, I was like, oh shit.
Bro, because even look at that, right? Where Trish Stratus is wearing their nice little leopard jacket, leather dress. But we was watching The Rock wrestle and lift niggas up with just drawers on and boots.
Yeah, he
was basically an athletic stripper.
But I was watching Rikishi put his ass in. He's making niggas eat his asshole,
and that was the finishing move.
Yep. I just thought it was hilarious. I was like, you got to eat his ass.
But I'm like, when y'all get a chance, definitely watch that documentary, because it'll have you it's just cool to just relive some of those moments.
Yeah,
To, like also see like the evolution of the business from like wrestling become, at the time it was just the WWF, so it was like just kind of local in one region. It was just in the Northeast region, and then he just kind of took over the rest of the country. And
wrestling did used to be a lot more porny. I remember like the magazines would just have like spreads of like not naked women, but damn near. I remember I got caught at the breakfast table looking at that shit. My aunt was like, "What you looking at?" She snatched it out of my hand. She showed it to everybody. She was like, "Look what you doing at the table." It's a nasty little nigga.
No, but one of the episodes that was kind of eye opening. They do talk about the whole Crispin Wild situation.
Yeah, that's a very that's a deep situation. Like that shit is like, I didn't even realize that basically was like a whole scandal that damn near. The funny thing is, it almost ruined the company, but it didn't. It really should have. Like they really should have been like, "Oh no, we can't have this." Yeah,
but they did change wrestling for the better a little bit, like as far as like safety. Where
I missed the porn
after that,
and the actual violence.
Yeah. No, but like they had to kind of ease up on the head trauma. So after that, one of the
That's
things
a crazy sentence.
One of the things they got rid of was like one of the things they got rid of was the chair shot, when people would get hit right on the head with a metal chair. Things of that.
Yo, that's fucking crazy, dude.
But when we can't
hit people at work with chairs no more. This sucks.
But when they got rid of that, a lot of wrestlers like Undertaker, he was one of the people upset because he said that was kind of the language of like hitting somebody with a chair. It was just as normal as it was just routine.
Yeah,
that was what they grew up on.
Yeah, it was, and that's why this fucking family and himself.
All right, time out.
That's a really weird defense.
Okay, let's not act like the flying headbutt off the top rope was going to be good for CTE.
Yeah. That's actually crazy as fuck that like it's such a clear line between his actions and CTE. Like it's so visual. We watched a man deteriorate and then explode.
Yeah, right, you figure you get hit with a chair every 1 out of 3 matches, maybe, depending on like the situation, maybe. But even then, there's a lot of the hand blinking. I grew up during that era of wrestling, so you can kind of now as an adult see what's fake. Yeah, bro, the flying headbutt, which is a 23-foot drop with velocity head to head, that's gonna give you CTE.
And there was a wrestler in the '80s that actually told him at one point, "Don't do that move," like because he was telling him the effects of like what he was suffering and feeling after that. And he didn't, I forget the wrestler didn't have a career as prolific as Chris, but he did tell him like, you shouldn't do that move because of, I know what I deal with personally as far as like the belly headaches and the memory lapses or things of that sort. One of the things that was kind of,
he probably laughed and was like, this bitch ass nigga.
Yeah, right. One of the
he probably told his wife, he's like, look at this fucking queer telling me not to headbutt people, right? And then she's probably laughing like, he's so crazy. And then he fucking.
One of the things that was like really disappointing, which I kind of understood, Stone Cold, when they talked about the situation, Stone Cold said that he doesn't believe in CTE, and I guess you can't get it if you don't believe in it.
Yeah, it's like herpes.
Honestly, I think that's what's been keeping most of the community away from AIDS, because they're just like, it doesn't exist.
I think that's the only reason I don't have it.
Same.
Because I don't believe in it.
I just don't subscribe to it.
It's like rhythm.
You either got it or you don't.
You either got it or you don't.
Shit.
If you can't feel it, you know, you're never going to. So yeah, basically, I'll never get AIDS is what I'm trying to say.
Alright, so back as usual before we get out of here with another one, the Tubi movie of the week. This week I actually like this movie. I like this movie a lot, man.
I thought it was cool.
Yeah, it was cool to see, a story about the times. This week we watched Flew Out, because if Flew Out wasn't already past tense enough, they had the nigga it for you.
That was so anti-black, Anthony. Wow. Wait, that's not how we talk here. That's not what we do on this podcast.
No, man, we watched Flew Out. This movie was done by Iconic Production. They work with Maverick Entertainment, And I believe they were based in Memphis. I believe they're based in, like, I know they mentioned Memphis in the story at the beginning.
They were talking about like cures for like a disease or something. And she like, cure. They when I was at Tennessee, at the airport in Tennessee.
No, or maybe they just don't have an IMDb.
Yeah, they
page.
might not. No, they don't. You're right.
All right. Well, this movie.
Really, nobody's searching for flute out.
No, this movie, man. So it stars Candace Renee Rice. It stars Candace Renee Rice, Gary Champion, and this movie, you know, it's about a social media influencer, and she's kind of going about gaining her notoriety in the wrong way, which leads her to end up in a trap when she accepts, you know, the invite to get flown out by a guy out of state. In this movie, I liked it a lot because it has a lot of good messages in there.
It was very dialogue heavy.
Yeah.
Where like a lot of these movies is like gunshots, fucking, and like talking about the repercussions of what just happened. Like the scene will be like they fuck, and the next scene will be like, all right, so what we gonna do now since we fucking?
Right.
But now this is like there was a lot of dialogue and there was like philosophical shit in there. I actually fucked with what they were going for.
I like this movie a lot because of that, you know, and it teaches you a message of like, you know, ladies, I know the whole idea of like getting flued out, that whole city girl lifestyle, it is appealing, but you have to be careful. You have to be careful. You have to vet the whole situation a lot better than this. And you have to like protect yourself and be mindful of your safety. Because to risk so much over like, you know, a lifestyle, or to put yourself in just to put yourself in harm's way just over, you know, a quick come up, a few followers, or like, you know, a fancy dinner, it's just not worth it.
Yeah. I think nobody's too smart to be like women are like oftentimes very smart, and you know they can think their way out of shit, but you know a big dude with, you know, strong hands can just choke you, so you got to be careful.
Yeah.
All of the smartest people I've ever met have been women, but all the dumbest people I've met have been women too. So you know, you don't know which one you are till you in Dominican Republic getting choked out. Like I thought I had this under control.
Yeah.
At this point, though, in the current state of things, I wonder if it's going to start to be viewed differently, because the being flown out thing has become kind of a pretty much like a social come up. Like, oh, yo, you getting flown out, blah 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 blah. But I wonder if in the context post Diddy now, people are going to realize, no, I'm being sex trafficked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really wish we would take that more seriously, because again, just the idea of even if you meet up with a guy, he's like, we not gonna fuck, I just want to see you. Like, even if you in the DMs, he's like, yo, just come out, I'll take you shopping, we don't have to do nothing sexual. That nigga could still sell you to another country.
Oh, 100%. He could fly you out there with promises of X, Y, and Z, and then you're going to meet a dude with a very Armenian accent, get in a car, and never be seen from again.
Yeah, even if it looks like, even if you're being as smart as you possibly can, like somebody could literally just traffic you if they feel like it.
And I'm glad you said it, because this whole thing of getting flown out is so routine and so casual, we don't think of it in terms of trafficking, but that's exactly what it is. Even as like something as simple as somebody having a legal gun on them in this state, but they take it somewhere else. They might think of, oh, I just forgot it in there. Where it's like, no, technically you are trafficking at this point. So yeah, you definitely got to be careful of that, because of like the whole legal ramifications. But I want to play this first scene. And I like how they broke down this movie too. I like how they broke it down across chapters. So that's what this first chapter right here was hashtag I'm an honest hoe. So I'm gonna play this one scene right here.
Yeah, that's a good point, how they broke it down in chapters. A lot of these movies, they like talk down to the audience, to like they try to make you like over understand the shit because they think we're stupid. But I feel like you could make it kind of smartish. Yeah. If you just break it down for the stupid people in like in chapters like that. Right. Like I'm dumb enough to understand this movie, but they still had like some thoughts there. Yeah. It wasn't just, you know, pussy and drugs. It was good.
I'll play this. This part right here. Now, I'm torn on this for a few reasons. because you know the whole promising of the plane ticket, like sometimes it might seem corny to withhold the money as the guy, but also too on his side of it, it's like you understand. Sometimes women, they understand the whole thing about being consensual when it comes to their body, but you have to understand it's consensual for me with spending my money. Like, we have two different levels of intimacy. Like, with women, sex might be intimate to you, but for me, spending my last dollar, it's definitely an easier decision for me to give up some dick than it is to give up my hard-earned money.
Yeah, I'd rather get taken advantage of by a gang of immigrants than lose some money. If a bunch of Biden migrants ran up on me, took advantage of me, I wouldn't even be as mad as if I lost $50.
There also needs to be a question of transactional merit behind a lot of this.
Yeah.
Because you got to figure, like, and as somebody who's never been able to afford to pay for pussy, it's like it's a weird standing because like nothing's ever thought about it.
Wait,
but like,
not to cut you off right there. You can afford to pay for it. You just can't afford the pussy you want to pay for it.
All right, you know what? That's probably a fucking good way to put it. That is actually a solid way to put it.
Because it's definitely pussy that you could buy out there, but it ain't gonna be the pussy you want.
No, $40 discount is not really where it's at. But it becomes one of those things where it's like, and I can't speak on behalf of a lady or anyone in this situation because I shouldn't just put it strictly to women. But if you are accepting plane tickets to go into a company of more than likely a stranger out of state, at what point do you stop thinking it's a philanthropic like adventure? Like he's just doing it for the love of doing it and not wanting something in return.
Yeah, and that's why I like this movie, because so she deals with this one guy, right? But then later in the movie, she comes across, this is where she kind of gets herself in trouble, where she meets this guy Josiah, and Josiah, you know, he isn't. How would I describe him? He isn't the coolest. You know, he looks like he's easy to take advantage of. He's kind of gives like, you know, the black guy that wears the clothes at GameStop, and he has like an anime vibe to him.
You could just say nerd. I think that.
Yeah, there's something about the specifics of the examples that you're getting are coming off mad offensive.
Yeah, I'm like,
looking up and I'm like,
threw the anime in there, bro.
Come on, you want to look at this? You can look at this nigga and know like he's great at Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Yo, I hate you.
Weird bitch ass nigga like anime. He probably skateboard too. No gay ass motherfucker.
But
with his glasses on, like you just trying to hit both of us at the same time.
I like how like when she ends up, I like when she meets Josiah how, I like how when she meets Josiah that like he actually didn't plan on having any sexual advances with her, so she ended up like he ended up actually just having like just planning a day out for her, and I like that a lot because she thought she was going getting flued out, taking advantage of her. With the whole appeal of like this guy might give me more because he's planning to have sex, where that wasn't this guy's plan at all. So I like that because a lot of times you'll see you hear stories of like, you know, women going out with guys for like a free meal, where it's like you really want to be around this person you don't want to be with for like an hour and some change, like spending actual time just to eat.
I've done that for drinks. I'll hang out with somebody I don't like just to get drunk. I mean, you ain't got to feed me all the time.
That's different though, because at least like, you know, when you drink, you're kind of like it puts you in a different mindset. Whereas like just doing this sober.
So does you ever had a birria pizza?
Yeah.
Some freaky shit. I mean, nobody ever flew me out. People don't do anything for me
Yet.
Yeah, I mean,
but
my girlfriend will buy me shit, but it's like, you know, it's a reciprocal thing.
No, but I wouldn't put that on y'all.
I would love to get my pussy ate and not have to do nothing in return.
Same.
No, but that's the thing is we aren't getting flued out because of the accessibility of dick.
Yeah, men were worthless.
Like
I would love my body to be worth something, but it's not.
Yeah, dick is a peso. Like our value is just at a low right now, and we have to figure out how to increase our value on the market.
It's like dick is like ramen noodles.
Yeah.
Like if it's nothing else in the house,
It'll fill you up, but this shit is full of sodium and not good for you.
you don't know what type of chemicals you ingesting.
Oh.
You could fix a fucking broken chair with it.
But this let me see what other parts that I want to play from this.
I think I got one. You got the one where he is arguing where there was one of mine.
Yeah, I had that part. And let me I'm gonna play this part where her aunt is actually telling her to be careful about the whole situation, about like taking advantage of these guys.
I mean, I'm about to fly out to ATL on a nigga's dime, give him a little company, enjoy my time. If he start acting up, and niggas always start acting up, I'm taking his ass viral too. Another viral video will only help my chances of getting a show.
At first, I was feeling bad for you, but now I kind of feel sorry for Dwayne Lane.
And I'm sure that's a reference to something before my time, but I like that. I'm gonna use that in the video.
Please be careful with this, baby.
Don't worry about me, auntie. If shit happens, it's really on Josiah. Why would he even want to fuck with a bitch like me anyway?
He might want to teach your ass a lesson the way you be doing these niggas.
How I be doing these niggas, auntie?
Getting to fly you out, take you out, buy you shit.
And?
Nothing.
Nah. Tell me how I do these niggas, auntie.
I just don't get how you don't be fucking none of them.
So you fuck every nigga you go out with?
I don't know, man. Just that like this
I didn't like this at this point. I actually didn't like the movie because I was like, this is so, like clearly written by a man that doesn't like women. I was just like, this is like, I understand there are women that are like loud and obnoxious and annoying, but I was like, this is clearly like some angry nigga shit.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, because I feel like the conversation between two women might not have such a strong tone in it. So I definitely get where you're coming from. Like, she wouldn't be putting the emphasis. She might put on the emphasis of that voice with the actual guy, but with her aunt, it would be a much more casual conversation.
Yeah, there'd be some love. There was no love in the room.
Yeah,
I don't know anyone who's speaking.
But no love.
I don't know anyone who's speaking to their auntie like that. Like, who's gonna turn around and be like, "Do you fuck everyone?" Like, yo, bro. In most houses, she would have had her head snatched.
Or
that
just
wouldn't
like
happen that way.
All you got to do is like certain people, you know, her aunt would just look at her like, you know, you're not supposed to be talking to me like that, and then she would take the. But that's what I was saying. I was thinking like, this is such a like a caricature that it just feels like not offensive, but I'm just like, I don't like poorly written women. But then as the movie goes along, you see why she's like that. So I feel like they kind of did have some writing chops with this movie, which is for Tubi movies, they don't never put any effort. But she's like a caricature on one side of the fence, and then later, and like the people that are on the opposite end are like caricatures. So I thought it was cool, like just two very polar opposites that are a bit unrealistic, but they interact in a weird way. It was cool.
And I like this scene right here. So she ends up meeting Josiah, and they're at his place, you know, getting a little bit more comfortable, and she slips into some lingerie, which actually makes him uncomfortable, because she later finds out that, you know, she initially thought that Josiah was a lame, and she later finds out that like she really isn't the type of guy that she would go for or get money out of, because he doesn't want to do anything. It's just more like a guy that's into church, really religious. So
just like me.
So when he actually goes to get her a shirt to cover up, and I don't know if you read the shirt, but the shirt says "Helping Our Elegant Sisters."
Yeah, it's the acronym for hoes. Black people love acronyms. Black people love acronyms more than like private investment firms. Like everything is an acronym. I like that though. Helping Our Elegant Sisters. I fuck with that. I'm gonna start using that.
Yeah. Let me see.
I'm gonna get a shirt that say "Hoes Helping Our Elegant Sisters."
Yeah, but my favorite chapter in this movie might have been chapter 4.
I'm buying that shit right now. Actually, you know what? Let me look it up.
Yeah, my favorite chapter in this movie. My favorite chapter in this movie was chapter 4, which was putting a hoe in her place. This is where she kind of sees that she got herself in trouble, where she realized like, damn, it wasn't the smartest decision to actually go out here with this guy that I knew nothing about, and then not even to tell somebody like where her whereabouts. If you want to do something, it's a right way to do the wrong things. You know, send the location. Let a few friends know where you're at.
Why do they not sell these shirts? They need to get on top of this. I should be able to buy this shirt instantly from watching the movie. You can't get the hoe up out of nobody.
That's the thing, though. You
can just distract them.
This shit is something that's born in you. That's all you, bro. That's. I'm so glad you say that. You can't get the hoe up out of you. You can only do stuff to occupy the whole tendencies.
Yeah, you just gotta teach her how to make beats. So she just finds something else to do.
Trying to get a chick, trying to explain that to somebody, like, listen, I need you to get on Fruity Loops and basically make that the equivalent of you sucking dick. All right, be great at it.
Yeah, use both hands on this beat. I know what that means.
Oh shit!
That song taught me how to spell too.
Oh shit! Shout out to Webby and Boosie wherever they at, man. This is some good ignorance right here. I like.
Do you see what Boosie said about Twitter?
No. You saw what his daughter said though.
No, let me read you the tweet, the Boosie tweet, real quick. Twitter will have you jacking off all day at Elon Musk. You doing your thing with this app.
No, some of Boosie ignorance you just gotta kind of deal with, man. This movie, you know, I like this movie. I like this movie, and I honestly, I wonder how this actually hits, like how this movie hits outside of us. We need to kind of tap. I wish it was a way for us to tap in more with that side of Tubi, because like we're watching these movies as critics, but I wonder like how the hoes that actually do seek Tubi movies feel about this, because you know they're kind of like, this movie is kind of going against them. You know what I'm saying? Like they're trying to save hoes, but it's like the people that's watching Tubi are probably the ones trying to get flued out.
I don't know. I am always thinking about that. I'm like, I wonder who I'm watching this movie with.
Right.
Like, is it, you know, somebody similar to me? Is it somebody that, you know,
or it might be a religious person that this might be their way of sneaking in the sacrilegious. Like it might be like it might be a super religious person that feel like, oh, this is a good message, but you know, I get to see some titties bounce.
Yeah, for sure. Could be that. Could be an old lady with a Wu-Tang tramp stamp. Could be a Harvard graduate. Could be somebody in trend in a hookah lounge. You never know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know who I'm watching this shit with.
Yeah. But this overall, man, if y'all look up something to check out, man, definitely y'all should check out Flued Out. This was alright movie. It had a good message. It wasn't anybody like really like hurt.
Yo, that was, again, I gotta say, Tubi has really ruined my perspective on media, because I'm like, oh, thank God, all they do is tie this woman up. Like, that shit, every time I see somebody reach for a woman, I start to panic. I'm like, oh, fuck. He's gonna eat her alive.
Yo, that is a real anxiety I have now watching like a lot of, because like I said, Tubi's on in my house and everyone's different room watching every different thing, because Tubi has a lot. Yeah. But you come across this scene, bro, I definitely freeze in the moment, like try to push my nephews out the room, like, nah, fam.
Yeah.
Watching Tubi is like being in a prison shower.
Right. Yeah. I be hanging with my homies and like somebody lift up their hand and I just flinch. Shit, man. Y'all looking for something to check out, man. Definitely check out Flued Out. I want to see what else.
The set design was actually cool in this movie.
Yeah, they had good locations. Definitely had good.
Oh yeah, the next movie we're gonna do next week is gotta be Fangirl. There's a picture of a girl fingering herself on the fucking movie poster. I swear to God. Okay. This looks like the most ignorant, beautiful shit I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, I would definitely love to watch this.
It's starring Charity Lovely Badass Alston with 2 Z's. Which I don't know which one of these names is real. I don't know.
The charity was already enough. Lovely badass. Oh, we gotta watch Fangirl.
Oh, but we gonna put respect on Shorty's name because she's got quite the amount of movies out. Got 4 of them back to back.
We might have found a new city. Charity, lovely badass Austin. Damn it. I love the NCU, man. I love the NCU. Oh, wait, hold up. Can you flip Philip Granger? Is that who I think it is?
You got Charity, Lovely Badass, and Philip.
Wait, Philip Granger. Yeah, Philip Granger, he was in A Dirty Day. Yeah, I believe that's the bald-headed guy right there.
Oh, yeah, he definitely gonna be. He always has. I think he has in his contract where he has to do a sex scene in every project.
And this is directed by Felicia Rivers.
Oh, it's a woman.
Yeah. Okay.
This actually could be. I'm not gonna say it could be good, but it's probably not gonna have all the things I hate about the Tubi movies.
Yeah.
But then again, Lisa Brown did have her, that one movie where the bald head dude was just beating the shit out of.
Oh shit, we might have to watch this, man.
What's it called? Twerk Reggae Night.
Bro.
What year did this come out in? Let's see. I don't know. I think we'll let you decide. Would you rather do Fangirl or Twerk Reggae Nights?
We could always do Twerk Reggae Nights.
I want to respect your culture. So.
No, I mean, I want to do Fangirl. Like, Fangirl, I'm definitely interested in that just off the name. But Twerk Reggae Nights, I might just watch this just for the love of it.
Okay.
Bro, if this is like a stomp the yard but just twerking, that's what I really think this is about to be because it says a lot of competition.
Yeah, Chris Brown dies in the first 5 minutes of this. Chris Brown twerks and then some girl's like, and then him.
Chris Brown gets killed by a coconut.
These movies look like shit. But Charity, Lovely Badass, I don't know. Yeah, I definitely got to see that. That was my Facebook name in 2012.
Shit, they got me, man. So yeah, if y'all looking for something to watch, check out Flued Out, and next week we'll be watching Fangirl. Shit, you got let me see.
If I told you that I was watching black movies with a girl named Charity Lovely Badass and she's fingering herself on the poster, and you didn't know anything about Tubi, you think I was you think I was a racist AI chatbot. You would not believe this shit. But it's looking me right in the eye, bro. And I'm glad to live in America, to be honest. You know how people you'll hear people say like you should be happy to be in America because you could be somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really get that because like they fucked up all the places, and I gotta be happy that they just took me with them instead of leaving me. I'm not gonna be happy about that. But I will say there is nowhere else on earth where you get this kind of entertainment. Damn right. Nigeria, they got some good Nollywood movies are good. India, they got the shit with the dancing and the singing. That shit is cool. But they do not got a Charity Lovely Badass. That's America.
Yeah. But shit, let me see. I'm so sorry, and I know we so late in the podcast. Did we mention your birthday?
Yeah, we did we?
We mentioned
we were talking about it.
Did we? We talked about it before?
Yeah, it was your birthday yesterday.
Oh, it was my birthday yesterday.
Yeah. My initial question walking in was, "Hey man, how was your birthday?"
Yeah. I don't know if did we talk about it?
No, we didn't talk
I don't
about it.
know. We just search men that we just don't acknowledge birthdays.
Damn right.
Yeah, we should though. Actually, you know what? Make sure your birthday is.
Yeah, your birthday coming up too. When your birthday?
On the
Friday.
11th, right?
Yeah, don't be weird about it.
Well, it's my mom's birthday, so I'm already gonna be
so
in
good.
birthday
Dope,
mode.
man. I like
so
that.
you're gonna get some residual birthday mode.
Hey,
Yeah, happy birthday.
thank you. Be 36, bro. There's nothing to celebrate.
Wait, how old are you?
Damn.
You 27? How old are you?
I thought you was like young. I'm just fucking. 36 is totally cool.
I'm about to throw this fucking microphone at you, bro. Like, my whole blood just got hot over you. What?
Yeah.
Now, Fred, what did you just turn though? 27?
27.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
Clock is counting down.
It's only down from here.
Oh, it's been.
Shut the fuck up, yeah.
It started going down at 24.
Yeah.
That's actually. When did I move to New York? 23.
Yeah.
as soon as I moved here.
Oh, but yeah. Oh, matter of fact, that's when we briefly mentioned it. You on your birthday, you saw somebody get shot. Well, you heard somebody shooting.
Yeah, it was my favorite gift.
Yeah.
Cause again, like,
Yeah.
I don't want anybody to get hurt, but I do want the rent to decrease.
Yeah.
White people are already like, there's already like a mass movement of like people leaving New York and like leaving the cities that they previously were gentrifying because it's getting violent.
They used up all the resources. It's like
literally,
bro, white people are like aliens of Earth.
Yeah, they're like there's nothing new to do. It's like,
Locust.
Yeah, they just deplete one city and move on to the next.
Yeah. It's like all the coffee is too expensive. It's like, bitch, you bought it. But I think as bad as it is, if things get a little bit worse, I can probably afford a nicer apartment.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, that's what's really important.
Yeah. Yeah. We need a healthy amount of crime. It's kind of like how the Batman needs Joker.
Yeah, it's like how you put a bunch of wolves in a forest so the bunny population doesn't get too crazy.
Yeah.
You need like robberies to keep white people from getting too comfortable.
Damn right.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be no reason motherfucking non-binary white children feel comfortable next to where fucking Biggie grew up.
Yeah.
Dude, they should be comfortable in having children, but they shouldn't just know that the kid's gonna make it to 21. That's not fair. We didn't get to have that. I didn't know I was gonna be 27.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But yeah, man, we definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode, man. We'll be back next week. You want to shout out your cash app? If y'all want to support the guys' their birthdays, man, send some donations.
Send me some money. It's
donations, gifts.
Donate some money.
Yeah.
Or send me.
Yes, for tax purposes, gifts, all gifts.
Send me a cake. If
Local
anybody wants to
bakers,
bake me a cake.
Yeah, if you're in the Brooklyn, Philly area.
Better yet, my sister's in prison. Bake her a cake with a nail file in it. That would be good.
She ain't gonna find this shit funny in 3 to 5.
Let's wrap it up.
Shit. But shit, man. We definitely appreciate y'all supporting us each and every week, man. Like I said, if there's anybody out there that want to help out in any way, or if y'all got any community events going on, let us know. If y'all want to see us pop up in any cities, let us know. Shit,
Yeah.
still figuring out the logistics for the virtual show, but we definitely see y'all growing in the different cities. Oh man, the Australia community, like Melbourne, Australia
Shout
is
out to
becoming
Australia.
like our second most popular city.
Male-born, like males.
No,
Melbourne, right? Am I saying it right?
I don't know.
It's like Mel Gibson, but just Melbourne.
I mean,
Oh, you talking about the city?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Don't judge me. They might be saying it wrong. Shit, they don't even know how to say no right. They say no.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. So it ain't me that's just pronouncing.
No, I thought you said male-born. Like I thought you were talking about like people that was born males.
No.